What's up? Gonna be starting in just 15 seconds. Marcus speaks. Marcus speaks. What's happening? How's it going? Where am I playing this from? What's happening? How's y'all doing tonight? Sorry so late. I did start probably like 5 minutes after time, but I'm here. Man, I don't really have much to talk to you guys about today, but I did pick a few topics for us to talk about tonight. And okay, it's right here. I'm just checking to see if I have everything. That's all. Let me shrink that. All right, now I can see everything. You know, it's crazy when you're running your own show and you gotta you know what I mean, you gotta get everything prepared and ready and shit. That when you are ready, you're never ready. So anyway, if y'all could please subscribe if you're new, like it so the notifications can go out. I've been noticing that with some of my videos, I don't know if you guys are actually watching during the live stream or if you guys are watching after the live stream. I'm not sure, but if you guys could so when watching, if you guys could please like this so a notification can go to, I think they send out maybe if you like it, they'll send out maybe two more and so on and so forth. So please subscribe if you're new. Like the video so more notifications can go out. Share this to your social media so people can come in. You know what I mean? Just write a little thing like, hey, it's this YouTube guy. He's pretty new. I like what he talks about. Just come on in and show support. And lastly, if you could, please hit the comment section. I'll be able to talk to you guys. Let me see if I can put something up right now. Yeah. Let me see if I can put something up on YouTube. What's up? Hoping this is working right now. Okay, it is. All right. So I have the chat sitting right here next to me, so I can see the chat. So I'm not flipping back and forth from the caption page and the chat page. I have the chat page right here, right in front of me. So everybody, welcome to Marcus Speaks. I'm your host, Marcus. As usual, I'm your host, Marcus. Um, we this show comes on every Saturday at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. All right. If you don't see my face at 6:30 exactly, but you see the screen, if you see the screen and it looks like this, hold on. If you see the screen and it looks like this, that means the video has started. You just don't see me yet. I'm getting everything prepared. So just sit back, get yourself, you know what I mean, get a drink, any type of drink, smoke something. You can smoke anything you want. I'm just here to take you on a ride. So yes, please don't forget, and I'll put it up right now. Where's the combined? There it goes. I have two shows. Friday I have Marcus Speaks Play. It's a gaming stream. I stream to YouTube and Facebook. I'll get to that a little bit later. Um, and Marcus Speaks Live, my podcast, the podcast that you are watching right now, comes on at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, as well as Marcus Speaks Play on Fridays. So I'm here 2 days out the week, so you guys can see me. Last night I played Mafia Definitive Edition, the remake to the original Mafia game. If you want to check that out, it's on my YouTube page. Also, if you guys have any ideas for the podcast, please hit me up in the comment section. Or if you want to, you can DM me to any of my social medias. And my social medias are on Instagram at marcus.speaks.podcast, on Facebook at Marcus Speaks, that's the personal page. And then you have the group page, Marcus Speaks Podcast group page. So hit that up as well. And if you're watching me from Facebook, I am also streaming simultaneously to YouTube as well. Okay? I'm using a tool called Restream. If you see Restream right there in the top right side of your screen, you can see this exactly the same on YouTube as you're watching it on Facebook. The only thing with the Facebook screen is that I will be taking the Facebook stream down, and the link will be posted in its place. I just did that just now, and that's the reason why I'm late starting the channel or the podcast. But after this is done, it's finito on Facebook. It will no longer be on there. Only the link to YouTube will be on there. So make sure, if you guys want to see this again, go to Facebook at Marcus Speaks. When you go to Marcus Speaks, well, if you type in Marcus Speaks, if you're not subscribed, um, just check for the Marcus Speaks that has the most. Just check for Marcus Speaks that has the most videos, because there's like, I think six other Marcus Speaks, or no, I'm exaggerating. It's like two or three more, but just look for me. My thumbnail's darker than the rest of them. It has MS in the thumbnail. So just search for that. MS Marcus Speaks. MS on the thumbnail with my face in the thumbnail, and then Marcus Speaks, and it's the most videos. I have the most videos out of all the Marcus Speakses. So just search for that. That's my channel. You'll be right here. So yeah, and I'll promote my Friday streams. My Friday stream, Marcus Speaks Play, is a gaming stream. Okay, it's not a podcast. It's not somewhere where I'm talking to people. The Friday stream is only for gaming. If you are a gamer, or if, you have a child and you want to buy them a game and you want to see what it looks like before you buy, that you can do. Okay, just watch the stream. I have one series up. I played Mario 3D World from start to finish. It's done. I just haven't created the stream folder for it on the channel. So if you guys want to check that out, you want to buy it for a nephew or something like that, just check it out. See if you like it. Maybe you want to pick it up. And I'm playing Mafia now, Definitive Edition. So if you want to watch the first episode to that, it is up on the channel. And in its commonplace, what I like to do all the time is bring up fair use. Fair use, basically, for me, is to save my ass from both Facebook and YouTube. The reason why is because when I start streaming, when I stream, I like to bring videos onto the channel to further my point of what I'm talking about, or show you guys something that you probably haven't even seen before of what I'm talking about. And I have to have some sort of legal protection behind that, which is fair use. And what is fair use, you may be asking? Well, fair use is the law. Federal law allows citizens to reproduce, distribute, or exhibit portions of copyrighted motion pictures, videotapes, or video discs under certain circumstances without authorization of the copyright holder. That protects me from what I just told you what I like to do. Why you may be asking is this is called fair use, and is allowed for purposes of criticism, which I do, news reporting, which I do, teaching, I somewhat do that, and parody, which doesn't infringe of copyright under 17 USC 107. Excuse me. So, since I got that out the way, let's start the show. So, uh has anybody been up on looking up or noticing really noticing that there's been a lot of talk about UFOs on the news and in newspapers and shit like that, and even on the internet. So if you guys don't remember, there was these silver spires that were in random places around the world. Nobody knows how they got there. And some people may think that it was aliens that did that. And past years people have been saying how they've been abducted and stuff like that by aliens and stuff like that. And the government or governments around the world have been kind of hush hush on it. And the reason why is for the simple fact is that they don't want the shit to come out or whatever. So everybody's favorite president, Barack Obama, said something this past week, or I think like a week ago or something like that, stating that they know what they are, but they don't know what they are. That sounds pretty. That sounds pretty. They try to keep something under wraps and hush hush and stuff like that. So I don't know about that. Maybe, maybe, uh, maybe he wants to not say anything because it may make him look crazy, or he can't tell the truth because he probably signed an NDA when he became president not to talk about it. So he goes around talking about it in a way to where he can state that they are true, but not directly, as it probably states in his NDA. So, a couple weeks back, there was a video that came out that looked a little like this. Hold on. Okay. It looked a little like this, where a fighter pilot basically stated that he was he encountered during an exercise. He encountered seeing a UFO going fast as shit and went from I think 50 feet up to 80,000 feet in like record time. Like it took seconds, like maybe a second, but it seen it hovering over the water, I guess over the ocean, and then it shot itself up to 80,000 feet within seconds, and that's all that they could go off from of what they saw was that image right there. And he also there were other videos that had came out, and I want to show you them right now. So if you give me a second to bring up the video that I have waiting for you guys. Where's it at? Hold up. Oh. Duh. Alright. Here it goes. Alright, y'all. Here is the first video.
Former Navy pilot Lieutenant Ryan Graves calls whatever is out there a security risk. He told us his F-18 squadron began seeing UAPs hovering over restricted airspace southeast of Virginia.
I'll get into UAPs in a minute because they're not calling these crafts what we call them. So just give me a second.
In 2014, when they updated their jet's radar, making it possible to zero in with infrared targeting cameras. So you're seeing both with the radar and with the and that tells you that there is something out there.
Pretty hard to spoof for that.
These photographs were taken in 2019 in the same area. The Pentagon confirms these are images of objects it can't identify. Lieutenant Graves told us pilots training off the Atlantic coast see things like that all the time.
Every day. Every day for at least a couple of years.
Wait a minute, every day for a couple of years?
Yeah, I don't see it as often.
Including this one, off the coast of Jacksonville, Florida in 2015, captured on a targeting camera by members of Graves' squadron.
It's rotated. My God. We're going against the wind. The wind's 120 knots to the west.
All right. So, as you saw, that they encountered a spacecraft. Encountered a spacecraft off the coast of the Atlantic coast. So basically, anywhere. I'm guessing their naval base is where, Jersey. So yeah, Jersey or something like that. So basically, they probably was doing their normal exercise, basically security stuff, and exercise to see if their fighter planes are working correctly and stuff like that. So this is what they saw just a few weeks ago. Hold up. Let's start that all the way from the beginning. So hold up. So this is what they saw a few weeks ago. I'm gonna talk y'all through this. So once they get the image into so there's a prism right there if you see it. So the Pentagon confirmed leaked video of the unidentified aerial phenomena. That's what they call I guess interstellar spacecrafts or flying crafts or whatever. So they've been basically citing these things for years. They've been seeing this stuff for many years now. it's now coming out for the simple fact that the president that everybody hated learned about what was happening, and he felt as though that the American people should know. That's y'all's favorite. That's the left's favorite orange president, uh, Donald Trump. And many presidents have known this over the years of what people don't understand. You know, we heard we've heard many of stories of people stating that they seen spacecrafts or UFOs at the time, that they said that they seen them, but no one actually believed believed them. But and also alien abductions, they've actually said that they've seen, and no one else believed them. But now, you know, the government is basically coming out statement, which I'm not saying that you guys should believe the government in anything that they say, because what they could say may be some bullshit. But what I'm here to say is that um, there's nothing different from them telling us from what people from you know, other walks of life have already told us, that they've been abducted and they've been in spaceships. They picked them up, dropped them off. Seemed like no time had really passed from their abduction. They just there's a movie starring Mila Jovovich. I forgot what it's called, but it takes it takes from actual events, but it also has reenactments of the encounters of what the I think the psychologists recorded and stuff like that. So that's from CNN. And so so yeah, it was a pretty good movie. I just can't remember what the movie's called. So have we been desensitized by by these alien movies such as Aliens and Men in Black and shit like that? Alien too, like, have we been desensitized by this stuff, by aliens, to where we may think it's not true, but it is actually true in a sense that there are other other creatures or other beings or other things out there that we don't know about. Maybe they're not made of the same material that we are. Maybe they're made up of some intergalactic uh, matter that isn't, that the Earth maybe can't understand or hold or whatever. So the new name that the U.S. government and probably other governments around the world probably call them as well is, instead of UFOs, unidentified flying objects, they call them UAPs, unidentified aerial phenomena. For the simple fact is that they don't really know if they are aircrafts or spaceships or what have you. They can do things that our technology can't do yet, but we've been seeing that some of the stuff that they have. Some people say that it's a drone that they're using, that either some sort of government has made or whatever. So they may not be from another world. They might be just another country doing some sort of exercise, and we're seeing this and we're trying to encounter it, but it's too fast for a fighter pilot to catch up to or to get to, for the simple fact that the aircraft itself maybe has some sort of restrictions of how fast it can go. So, ancient African and other ancient civilizations have known this secret for decades and millennia and stuff like that, such as ancient Egypt or Kemet, certain other tribes such as the Sumerians, the Assyrians, and the Babylonians. They have placed several, especially in the Egyptian hieroglyphs. There has been certain um, images on the walls that show uh, flying aerial crafts that hasn't been unearthed from Egyptologists or archaeologists and stuff like that. They can't find any of this stuff that they have on the walls in the ground, so it had to come from somewhere, and they had no idea where. Well, they probably had a relationship with these beings, but we don't know where the hell they're at. So therefore, we don't know if aliens or otherworldly beings are real yet. Um, but Trump, like I said, Trump was gonna talk about the legitimacy of UFOs and aliens during his presidency, but there was a guy from the Israeli. This guy right here from the Israeli. He was the Israeli defense minister. He basically told him shut the hell up. He said, "Hey, yo, man, look, the world ain't ready for this information yet. All right, like we don't know if how the people are gonna take it now." There's a certain percentage that will believe it. There's another percentage that's like, man, this dude that's going crazy. He don't know what the fuck he talking about. Why is he the president and shit like that? But he was going to talk about the legitimacies of 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 aliens. But he was. They told him to shut up, so he said, okay. Well, he wrote in our stimulus bill that the next cabinet or the any other cabinet of the next president um was supposed to talk about otherworldly beings and hold on, let me bring up that guy again. So the man's name, the Israeli defense, well, ex Israeli defense minister, uh, Haim Escher, I think his name is, or Esht, Haim Esht. He he basically told Trump shut the fuck up. He was like, "Hey, we ain't doing that. So try and find a way not to talk about it, or find a way to where somebody legitimate can talk about this because you're not the guy for this." So so yeah. Um so Haim also stated that extraterrestrials have visited Earth and has communicated with life on Earth. That was of recent, not as recent as yesterday, but as recent as like decades, if not, I would say decades ago. Because if you remember the space race between America, Russia, and I think China, and we got there before Russia did. But if y'all remember that, that's when we was trying to find other civilizations and stuff like that. Basically, going to the moon first and then seeing if we can go other places. Which the China has a rover on Mars now, and I think our third one has just touched down on Mars just this week. So if not this week, last week, but it's been recent since the last rover has dropped down on Mars. But yeah, like I'm guessing either these these places are trying to find another planet to inhabit or something like that. Maybe, I don't know. And maybe they're trying to um maybe they trying to figure out if we can inhabit these worlds. Which, if you see the surface of Mars, there's nothing there. There's no water. There's just dirt and rocks. That's all. That's all that there's there. So he Haing further stated that there is a galactic federation out there that has been visiting us. There's a galactic federation, I guess, of multiple alien civilizations. Let's just call them aliens because I don't know what else to call them. What's up, Puka Bunny? How you doing, homie? Um, but yeah, but yeah, Haing stated that there's a galactic federation out there of otherworldly beings, and the reason why that they haven't brought us into the federation is for the simple fact is that we don't have any sort of advanced technologies for them to bring us in with, and we're basically primitive. Like we've been fighting on this planet with each other for years now, and to them, I guess we look like monkeys. Like it's like, okay, well, let these monkeys kill themselves until they figure out that there's some other shit that's out here that has to be handled, and we'll just wait for them. So, um, yeah. So with a lack of advanced technologies, there's really no other way for us to actually know about these guys, about the Galactic Federation, other than what these each government knows or has told each other. There's no other way for us to really know about this unless the government's information, all of their information, comes out about otherworldly beings. But other than that, we won't know. Like we won't know if there's aliens out there or not. We'll just be speculating until the Biden administration or the next administration after that tells us in depth and in detail that there's otherworldly beings out there. So I said something similar a few months ago. We have nothing to offer or the rent develop enough to be trusted by any information. All right, that's what's up, Puka Bunny. Um. Anyway, let me get on with what I was talking about. But we have discovered from what certain scientists such as Dr. Neil deGrasse Tyson and what's that other dude's name? Asian guy. Um, Dr. Michikaku. He stated that there's other worlds out there. They have found, I think, maybe 3 or 4 super Earths now, and a few super suns that exceed in size in mass of our Earth and our sun. So there's other shit out there that that has been discovered but they haven't placed in legitimacy if these places are real, if these actual planets are real or not. Um, Along with Trump's bill that he wrote, well, his demands that he wrote inside of the stimulus package bill, he created a space force, space cops, basically, to go up and whenever they get the advanced technology to where they can go to place, that these guys will be in charge of doing that. I don't know if you guys watch Netflix. Yeah, I think it's Netflix. That there's a show on there called Space Force, and they basically make fun of what I'm talking about right now with the space cops and shit like that. Um, what they want to do, this Space Force, they want to create a super soldier. Yes, they want to create Captain America. So they basically want these guys to go up to these places to where a regular, normal human probably wouldn't be able to withstand certain gravities and stuff like that. But they want these guys, if it ever gets created, this is all speculation at that too, or what I'm telling you guys. But they basically want to make Captain America real. Basically, I'm only saying that for the simple fact that they're saying that they want to create some sort of super soldier. I don't know if they want to create a serum to inject inside of people, or if they just want to create a robot or something, or create some sort of super soldier, human super soldier like Captain America. Um, so yeah, that's that's pretty it's pretty interesting of what they want to do with that. But anyway, on to my next topic, because I just brought that up for the simple fact that I've been seeing a lot of this space talk lately, and it's been kind of on my mind to talk about on the podcast. But do y'all's research, see if y'all want to talk about it. I mean, not talk about, but uh, see if you want to research anything else that's been happening about that. I like science fiction, so if you want to hit me up in my DMs at all, you can. Follow me on all my social medias right here. So, my next story is this. So, if you guys haven't heard, there was a young lady from London that she's not an offshoot of Black Lives Matter. She created her own group. Her name is Sasha Johnson. She's a black British woman. She's 27 years old with 3 kids. She helped organize the largest protest last summer after George Floyd's death in London. I guess she did. She was the head of like the largest protests. I guess in the world maybe, or just in that country alone. But she created a political group called Taking the Initiative Party. So basically, her sentiments is the same as like BLM's and the NAACP and stuff like that over here. Basically, she wants social, well, not social, but she wants some sort of political equal rights for black citizens in London, because I'm guessing London is as racist as the United States, if not more racist than the United States. All right. So, early Sunday morning at 3 a.m. Western European time, Sasha was shot in the head at a party she was attending by a rival gang. No arrests have been made, and the investigation is still ongoing. Sasha is in critical condition, and she is fighting for her life in what, a London hospital. And so please, if you guys could put Sasha and put her family in y'all's prayers, because she needs this. She's fighting for her life right now. So Sasha's friend Imarn Aiton said that she doesn't believe Sasha was the intended target of the shooting. She stated that as far as we are aware, she was at the party. There was a rival gang that may have heard about someone being in the party that they didn't feel quite comfortable with or trusted, and so they resorted to driving past and shooting into the crowd in the garden that the party was being held in. And one shot hit Sasha in the head. So that's how it happened. So Sasha might have been shot by mistake. They probably not have intended to shoot Sasha, but Sasha should be placed in everyone's prayers. So if you could, make sure you guys try and, I don't know, if you guys pray at night, make sure you try and put Sasha in her your prayers. Um. So she's trying to get the equal rights as well as any other black activist group wants to get the equal rights of their people. Excuse me, and I feel like it's commendable, like she should. And here's a video to show you guys what's up with that.
We're tired of being let down by Labour, Conservative, and Lib Dem and all of them. We want our own political party, one that reflects the multicultural nation that we have become.
Police are appealing for information after a Black Lives Matter activist was shot in the head. Sasha Johnson was taken to a South London hospital with life-threatening injuries following a shooting in Peckham in the early hours of Sunday morning.
You don't want to hear these types of stories, and especially about someone with such a big heart who actually dedicates her life for equality. This is why we know Sasha, because she has a big heart and because she is a fierce, strong black woman and an anti-racist activist. So I'm devastated for her, and that's the only reason why I speak today as a fellow anti-racist activist. I'm devastated, and I want to just express that support for her.
The 27-year-old has successfully undergone surgery, and she remains in hospital, a friend told BBC News. Police said at this stage there is no evidence the attack was targeted. Kwame Brown, The Sun.
All right. So that is that story. So if you guys could also do your research on Sasha and what she has going on, and what else do I got for you guys? Man, has anybody been paying attention to this goddamn Kwame Brown stuff, man? Kwame Brown is in these YouTube streets showing people or telling people don't fuck with him. So so yeah, man, like it's like this. So I didn't find out about Kwame until I guess until when he went at Matt Barnes and what's his name, Steven Jackson. So so yeah, I didn't find out about this shit until then. So so if anybody who doesn't know, the past week and a half, Kwame Brown has been setting the YouTube and social media ablaze with brash commentary on Matt Barnes, Steven Jackson, on all the Smoke podcast to the Breakfast Club. Which he really only went at Charlemagne, and he also has been going at what else he's been going at. He's been going at Stephen A. Smith, and I think he went at Jamel Hill as well. Um, but this is what Matt Barnes had to say to him just a few weeks ago, or what, just last week or something like that. I think he responded back to him. This is what he had to say.
I was busy this weekend coaching, so I kind of missed the whole shit going on the internet. This kind of Kwame Brown shit. I was confused because I never said nothing about dude, but obviously coming for us or coming for me or coming for whoever, coming for us, you know you're going to get attention. I think that's all you were searching for. Bro, you've been getting made fun of since you came in the league for not living up to expectations. People laugh and joke about you all the time. Me, I didn't do that. Never laughed, never joked.
Okay, so the reason why that I guess he's been brought up, from what I heard, he's been getting brought up for like the past 10 years or since he's been drafted. They said Jordan had a problem with him. They also stated that they've been calling him a bust for the simple fact that they said that he didn't, because he was the number one draft pick back in 2001. But they've been basically stating that the reason why they feel like that he's a bust is for the simple fact that he hasn't really been he wasn't really that good of a player to begin with. Me myself personally, when I was watching basketball back when I was in my middle school, teenage years, so I was really into basketball back then. So my favorite team at the time was my favorite team was Philly because they had Allen Iverson, they had Dikembe Mutombo, they also had who else did they have? Damn it, I can't remember. And I like the Lakers for the simple fact that Shaq was on the team. Like, I only liked Shaq on the Lakers. That was really the only player I liked on the Lakers back then. So yeah, I remember watching Philly going up against Washington, the Washington Wizards, and they always would sweep them. I don't think for any fact that it was because of Kwame, it's just because I feel as though that their team wasn't set up right. So since their team wasn't really set up, that well, that caused the Washington Wizards to lose all the time, which they used to lose all the time back then. So, but I don't feel like it was because of Kwame Brown, because Gilbert Arenas, that I remember when he was on the team, Gilbert Arenas was an okay player, but he wasn't as an elite player as like a Kevin Garnett or a Paul Pierce or, well, back then Tracy McGrady, uh, Vince Carter. Who else? Who else can I think of? That was an elite player back then. Allen Iverson, Kobe Bryant, Shaq, Trace McGrady, Vince Carter. Jesus, who else? Damn, I can't really think of nobody else. Maybe that's my all-time top 5 out of the NBA. Maybe the ones I just mentioned. But Kevin Garnett. If I didn't say Kevin Garnett, Kevin Garnett. Who else? I can say. I can say Wade, Dwayne Wade. Carmelo Anthony, probably for what? I'll probably say not his first year. His first year he did okay, but I would say his third season, maybe to his seventh season. That's when Carmelo Anthony was in his prime, and plus I would say LeBron James. I won't say LeBron James wasn't good then, but I would say it was just the team he was on that made him look bad. So, Cleveland really wasn't a team like that to really. Well, if you're not from the city, if you're from outside the city like myself, I don't feel like it was a team to really root on like that. So let's see what else Matt has to say about this.
Fuck people like that. So I asked my team, like, yo, what did I do? Did I miss something? I know it's high out here, so did I miss something? And they said, I tapped Jack's knee when something was said. So if that's what got you mad, me tapping somebody's knee, you need a hug, bro. Before all this shit even got moving around, once I heard you talking shit, I DM'd you like a man because I felt something I really said we could talk about it. But you chose to ignore that and take the shit to the internet. So, I mean, again, if you want to be mad at anybody, be mad at MJ for believing in people number one. I didn't do that. I don't know you. I never talked about you. I never come be like a man. You chose to go on the internet. So, it is what it is. Straight up, it is what it is. Funny guy.
You running your mouth talking about somebody like me?
All right. So this is basically Kwame's rebuttal to Matt Barnes.
Boy, you need to stop, boy. I done told you. You done stepped in that goddamn quicksand, boy. I don't gotta lie and make up shit. The only joke you got, boy, when is this basketball joke gonna run out? You keep hitting me with basketball jokes. I keep hitting you with your real soft ass, punk ass life. Now, which one didn't like you, boy? Your granddaddy that was black or your granddaddy that was white? Because there's some deep issues in you, boy, that you can't understand what the fuck I'm trying to say. That in America right now, boy, white people are scared to talk about black people right now as a whole. And you niggas getting on camera every day talking about black males. That's all you niggas do. You want to sit here and make me look a certain way, boy? When some nigga done ate your food. Some Derek Fisher done open your tub.
So if you don't know what Kwame's talking about, right? Okay, so if you don't know nothing about Matt Barnes, okay, so Matt Barnes took a trip to go and see Derek Fisher. For the simple fact that Derek Fisher flew Matt Barnes' wife out to him, and I guess they was fucking. So, and Matt Barnes put the pause on Derek Fisher, and the rest is history. So, man, look. I don't feel like that Kwame should have brought that up. You're opening old wounds, Kwame. Come on now, don't do that. So, So Kwame basically been fucking people up for the past week and a half. And if you look on his channel at his old videos, I think do like no more than like, I don't know, like 5,000 or something like that. Like 5.9 or like 6 something or whatever. That was his old videos until all this stuff started happening. He shot from I think he had like maybe 11,000 subscribers. He shot from that to 175K in a week. And with that, his videos do like 100,000. Well, watch people who watched it is like a hundred. It's like 100K. But his videos do like his live streams do like 20, 30,000, and he's on there practically like 5 times a day talking about shit. So, along with this, I guess at the Breakfast Club, Angela Yee brought up everything that happened on between Kwame and All the Smoke podcast, and then Charlemagne had to put his 2 cents in it, and this is what Charlemagne had to say.
Let me tell y'all something. Leave Kwame Brown alone. I don't know if y'all know, but you can do a little research. Kwame Brown was born in Charleston, South Carolina. I don't think I've ever met Kwame, but I know a lot of his family. His family lived in Moss Corner, South Carolina. His father's name was Willie Brown. I don't know how many kids Willie Brown had. I don't know how many siblings Kwame Brown got, but I went to school with his sister, and I went to school with one of his brothers. Let me tell y'all something. Kwame's father in the 90s, I remember this story. He beat a woman with an axe handle. It was his girlfriend. And the rumor was he buried her alive. He buried her in the area that I grew up in, if I remember correctly. I've been trying to call my dad since yesterday to confirm the whole story because I literally forgot about this until yesterday. But the woman died and he got arrested. If he's still alive, he's in prison for life because he got caught because he left South Carolina after the murder and came back for his paycheck. Let me tell you something else. His other brother, I don't know if him and Kwame were close, but his other brother shot his baby mama several times and then killed himself. That was like in 2008. And his other brother, Kwame's other brother, just went to jail for murder like 3 years ago. All of this you can Google. I'm saying all that to say, leave Kwame alone. That man has been quiet for 20 years. He don't bother nobody. Clearly all that, all that he's a bust stuff gets to him, and you don't know what people are going through or have been through, but I've seen folks snap for less, and it looks like, Kwame is snapping. And if you look at the history of men in his family, you would know his men in his family have a history of snapping. Leave Kwame.
All right. So Charlemagne basically labeled him as angry, and Kwame ain't like that too much for the simple fact that he's brought up, and I'm pretty sure this is the video that I found where he brings that up. He basically stated that he did not know his brother at the time when that happened. His father left his mother when he was 5, and he just got acquainted with his sister that Charlemagne was talking about. So for him, for Charlemagne to link Kwame to these people and all this heinous shit that he's done, that was a no-no. And I say that for anybody. Don't you ever in your life bring up somebody's family's discrepancies that has happened, because you don't know you know what I'm saying, like what the person that you're speaking of as far as Kwame, you don't know what the hell this dude has been through for you to talk about his family like that. Nor do you know if this guy even knows his family like that or not, which he said he didn't. So for Charlemagne to bring that up, that was some hoe ass shit right there. And Charlemagne then, I think the next day, if not this week, had apologized for it, which he basically got this call. This is probably the call he got. He probably still has the phone number of somebody that he still knows from back home, or somebody got Charlemagne's number from one of his family members that still lives in Monk's Corner, where South Carolina, where Charlemagne's from. They probably got Charlemagne's number, called him, was like, "Look, if you come your bitch ass down here, we gonna be waiting for you." Which means Charlemagne should have never brought that shit up, because you don't know what type of wounds that shit opens up on people. So you gotta be careful. And I'm saying this to everybody. You gotta be fucking careful when it comes to shit like that. You don't talk about people's fathers, mothers, or brothers or sisters. No, you don't talk about anybody in anybody's family, because you don't know what the hell is gonna come to you when that shit happens. So I'm pretty sure this is Kwame's response to Charlemagne in the Breakfast Club. So let's check it out.
Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. That mean media machine is out after a nigga, boy. Yeah. Up next. Yes. Now the Breakfast Club done joined in. Now I think y'all gonna have to be the next victim. So Charlemagne the guy, you want to talk as if you know me, because like I say, you part of that Buffole too. You like Steven Jackson and Becky with the good hair. Y'all probably be at them same parties. So Steven Jackson, rapist, Charlemagne the God rape case guy that actually played guilty and got away with it. We're gonna name you got away with it. So because I called two gentlemen that you can clearly hear on your podcast that they tapped somebody and said only one trade, only one person was part of the trade. You mean to tell me you're going to purport the story the way that you see fit? You want to talk about a brother that I never met, that my father had children outside of his marriage, just like DJ Envy cheating ass? So I'm wrong because my father had a son at the time that I never met. So you're going to put out to the world that like I'm some killer. When I asked these gentlemen and they said they was joking. So now it's time to light your little rapist ass up too. We're going to find that girl you raped, punk, allegedly. Matter of fact, we ain't got to say alleged because you on the docket, bitch. So.
All right. So what Kwame's bringing up is Charlemagne has brought up himself that I guess back when he lived in South Carolina, he was having a party. And he invited some people, and I guess the girl he's talking about, which I think the girl's name is her name's Jessica Reed. So he basically stated Charlemagne stated that that the girl was acting funny at the party, and he said he asked her was she okay, but then he didn't. I guess he didn't check back up on her after the party was done. And the girl was underage at the time. She was 16. And on the paperwork, it states that he was involved in a delinquency of a minor. So I'm guessing the delinquency basically states that she was either incoherent or under the influence of something. And then whatever happened after that happened or whatever. I'm not saying what it was that he did. I don't know if he did do it. He denies that he he did it. He also stated that his cousin was actually the person who did it, which he found out his cousin wasn't in jail because he was gonna go to the police station and I guess confess to it to basically take the heat off of his cousin. But then he's wound up starting. He wound up on the documentation as the I guess the proprietor of Jessica Reed being raped or whatever. So I don't know. I'm only saying what I'm saying. I'm only saying allegedly. I'm saying allegedly now because I'm only going off of what Charlemagne said because he's actually brought this up numerous times. He's brought this up probably from the time I've been watching The Breakfast Club. I think he's brought it up maybe once or twice. And then I think he had a interview with DJ Academic. So 3 times I've heard him talk about this. So I'm only going off of Charlemagne's words of what he said about it, the paperwork of which I've read from it, and then Kwame's take. So let's get back to Kwame's take.
We gonna talk about you. Since you punk ass beta male that's on the Breakfast Club, DJ Envy, no neck having punk weasel ass, you just like the rest of them niggas lying all the goddamn time. And Charlemagne, you shut your punk ass up, nigga. Cause since when words became violent, you niggas taking too many marching orders from women. You dumb son of a bitch. In the definition of the word violence, it starts with physical altercation, physical contact. Not words, bitch. So I don't subscribe to that. So I'll see you in a minute to get violent on YouTube, you punk motherfucker. Y'all talking about somebody violent because they talking. They ain't violent when they say they gonna come to Atlanta. They not violent. I'm the violent one. That's the message y'all want to put out.
So what he's talking about is Matt Barnes stating that he was gonna that him and Steven Jackson for the All Smoke podcast was gonna be in Atlanta. I'm guessing Kwame Brown either lives in the outskirts of Atlanta, if not, if he still, or if he moved back to South Carolina, and it'll take Kwame no time to get to Atlanta because you know what I'm saying, South Carolina then Georgia. So, um, but Matt Barnes said, hey, you know what I mean? Matt Barnes invited Kwame Brown on the All Smoke podcast so they could talk about what's been happening. And I guess for Kwame to give his spiel on what he thinks about uh, what they've been talking about. And also, I guess if Kwame wants to fight Matt Barnes, if not Steven Jackson, which I think Steven Jackson actually apologized or whatever. But I'm saying, man, Kwame been getting in everybody's asses, man. Like for real.
My daddy go to jail, so it's my fault. Bitch ass nigga, I told you. See how y'all want to tell the story? See people? See how they want to tell the story? A rose that grew through the cement. I don't got nothing to do with what my daddy did, bitch. I got my own hands, my own arms, and my own brain. And you got your own body and your own penis that allegedly you used to rape a girl, you punk bitch. And you so protected, you bald head, weasel face, bleach face motherfucker that nobody is allowing, nobody taking you off air for raping a girl. But you get up on camera talking about protect all women. And now a man finally calling your bitch ass out. Now I'm violent from my truck. I'm a violent guy from my truck talking on the phone. Fuck out of here. See you on YouTube, bitch.
All right. So yeah, that was Kwame Brown going at Charlemagne and them. Which it's Marcus speaks. I'm saying it was needed for the simple fact that you can't expect to throw stones and somebody not retaliate and throw a boulder at your ass. So so yeah, so what's been happening with that? Uh, Stephen A. Smith has, I guess,
Let me tell y'all something.
since he's been, well, when he was in the league, I think Stephen A. Smith started, started going at started going at what the hell was I just thinking? Oh, so Stephen A. Smith, since I guess Kwame was drafted, was going at Kwame. Kwame kept himself quiet because he didn't want to fuck up, his career, like by beating up Stephen A. Smith. So he kept quiet. He played the game. He made sure, what I'm saying, he was on time every practice, every game. He made sure he did his job. He got paid. He got the fuck out of Dodge. He's been living a quiet, comfortable life for the past 20 years or 10 years. I can't remember when 10 years. And you know what I'm saying? Like he just been chilling. He just been doing his thing at home. You know what I mean? Like uh he just been doing him. You know what I mean? He has a house with I guess a lot of land, and he does his thing with his land. But then by him being so enclosed and not really talking to anybody, with all this shit happening, a YouTuber went at him, YouTuber slash college professor Dr. Boyce Watkins. So Dr. Boyce Watkins had him. Well, I'm not going to talk for Dr. Boyce Watkins on this. I'll let him say this shit for himself.
Mama's cooking. Mama's cooking. Get out of the ghetto teenager mindset. Like, start growing the fuck up. Goddamn. I have to be honest with you, Steven Jackson messaged me. I've never talked to the guy. My warning, actually, in terms of where this is going to go. Kwame is powerful because he's a populist. I heard him literally use the term "we the people," right? And that's a populist kind of sentiment, and populist energy. That is the kind of energy that you have behind the summer protests with Black Lives Matter. Populist energy is what's going to, they'll be punished. They'll be taken off the platform and replaced by somebody who plays ball. So as he calls the go along to get along game, basically is, and this is one of the reasons why I don't really answer the phone most of the time when Black celebrities reach out to me, is because I don't want to be in that club. Because what happens is that when you start gaining power, then they start inviting you into the circle. They start pulling you in. And next thing you know, when you do a video, somebody's calling you saying, "Hey man, I saw what you said about so-and-so, and I'm hoping that you could not do that anymore, not say that anymore, or change your tune a little bit." I've had that happen. I heard Mark from my hill call me, and it's okay. Right? But one little thing about Kwame's platform too that I think that I'm observing, so keep this out. I'm worried that his channel is going to get taken down. I'm worried.
Okay, so with him saying that he feels like that his channel is going to be taken down, that incites these certain organizations such as Facebook and YouTube, which I think he only streams on Facebook. No, YouTube. He only streams on YouTube. So that will cause YouTube to go have an investigation on his page, see what he's been saying. And if they don't like what he's been saying to go off of the community guidelines, they could shut his page down. Now, which he hasn't really been doing anything other than making videos about people. He's only been talking about people that has went at him in the past and as of recent. So why would Dr. Boyce Watkins, in any sort of capacity, bring up anything that has to do with this whole Kwame Brown thing? He should have just kept his mouth out of it. For the simple fact that Kwame Brown, as I've been saying, He's been chilling at home for the past 10 years, taking care of his family. So why is it that Dr. Boyce Watkins feels like he should put his mouth in it? Which he became the new fool, I would say, in this for bringing Kwame Brown's name up in that sort of light. Because, one, Dr. Boyce, you had nothing to do with it. Two, you're talking about his page being taken down, which I don't see happening. And three, you're basically allowing these entities such as YouTube to shut his page down, and not only that, make him seem like that he's crazy for doing so. So I believe Dr. Boyce had some shit going on with Tariq Nasheed. You was going back and forth with Tariq Nasheed. What makes you different from what Kwame's doing? Do I need to say any more? All right, I'll let Dr. Boyce Watkins continue.
They're going to come and get his YouTube channel, and the reason is this. Second piece is I saw one of his videos that he did today, and the title of the video, in the title, he used the N-word, right? He used the, I see y'all N-words talking, right? I'm trying not to use the N-word, so, I'm trying to do better. And, before you get mad, before you start thinking like, oh, this is you dissing Kwame. No, just because somebody ain't agreeing with every fucking thing somebody says, that means you're a critical thinker. You ain't dissing somebody. Get out of that ghetto teenager mindset. Like, start growing the fuck up. Goddamn. Smart people understand what I'm saying here. He made a point about Steven Jackson. He said, you made all these threats to me, sir. You said these things about me, sir. You said you had all the smoke to me, sir, and they were okay with that because you were coming after a black man. If you were a white guy, you'd be getting fired for that. Does anybody remember him saying that? If you been watching Kwame, you remember him saying that. I've been studying the brother, and so that point that he made to point out that racial double standard in white-owned media is the same racial double standard that might actually protect his channel. Because if you were a white guy using the N-word in his titles and using the N-word in every other sentence, his shit will be gone like that. So don't think that there are not elite people that are trying to find any loophole to get rid of him. So what I would encourage your brother to do, if he ever calls me, and of course if he's watching and sees this video, no man, I don't need mama's cooking. I got a mama. My mama knows how to cook too. I got a.
You received mama's cooking, which Kwame Brown has many of colorful words that he says, like mama's cooking and Becky with the good hair, towards Matt Barnes, and what's his other saying that he says? As mama's cooking, I think. Damn, I can't remember the other thing that he says. But anyway, to get off of that, Kwame Brown, he responded to Dr. Boyce Watkins, and this is what he had to say as well. This is what hold up. This is what Kwame had to say.
Dr. Boyce Watkins. I just have to ask my brother, before the people right here, Dr. Boyce. Now, why would you get on a live show without reaching out to me or anything, even something? It's almost like you're giving them the playbook to take down my channel. You said that over and over again, and that's the new narrative now. They're going to take down the channel.
Might actually protect his channel. Because if you were a white guy using the N-word in his titles and using the N-word in every other sentence, his shit will be gone like that.
Being we the people and bringing your people in that follow you and saying you're not going to take down this channel because the people have spoken and they like this dude. And we're tired of hearing the same narrative from people like you, sir. That you talk a lot, you get paid a lot. Where are the results, sir? See, I'm a result nigga. You can call me whatever you want to call me. Your opinion don't mean nothing to me. But what I'm saying is, I'm a result of what happens. I'm a walking, breathing example of a free thinker. You can't debunk nothing I'm saying with your talking. Because my life say you a motherfucking lie. And my mama's cooking told me so. So instead of you trying to dox a brother on the sneak tip, sir, and the rest of you YouTubers that tell me, oh, they gonna take your channel down. How they gonna take your channel down? Why aren't you speaking power? You always talking about power and knowledge. Talk like you got some power. We not gonna let his channel get down. You ain't even talking about the things that I'm saying out of my mouth, sir. It's sad. You buck dancing and belly aching too. That don't sound like strength to me. They might take his channel down. They might take his channel down. If niggas like you let them.
Might actually protect his channel. Because if you were a white guy using the N-word in his titles and using the N-word in every other sentence, his shit would be gone like that.
It's sad.
All right. So, well, I feel like what we have to do is, if you are a supporter of Kwame Brown, I feel like you should keep watching his videos, like his videos, subscribe if you're not already subscribed. For the simple fact that he has a story to tell, and he basically been keeping himself quiet for the past 20 years since he's been, since he was drafted. For the simple fact that he didn't have nothing to say out the way about anybody. He just wanted to play the game of basketball and make his family proud. I will say mostly his mother, maybe. So, I don't know, but I'm gonna leave you with a few kind words from Kwame and how all this shit started.
What you got over there, boy? I like it. What? Can you close the door? Yeah, they were hating on me earlier on YouTube, I guess. I don't know. Or maybe just my service right. But, let's get into this, Chico. About to discover some things you didn't know. And I'm going to kind of see, because I'm confused on why you can't keep talking about me. But, let me get my hookah back on. Yeah. All right, so let me try to pick up on the story where I left off at. Damn, my eyes red as shit. So let me try to pick up on the story. I think I was at the point to where I was talking about my friend Lomac, Roger McCrae, and talking about breaking my fifth and fourth metacarpal. Not that I'm smart, I just broke my metatarsal, which is in the foot, and my metacarpal. So, not that I'm a smart guy, I just haven't been injured so many times. Unlike Stack 5, quick and sharp. But
My friend Lomac, he was a ladies' man, street guy. He was in this little bar and he was talking to this little chick. And emotional dude, kind of like Jack and what's the little light skinned boy? Matt Barnes, the emotional nigga that fighting over his wife that she chose another man. That emotional nigga that did that. Okay. And this nigga had the nerve to tap on somebody else. Talking about, yeah, it was just one player. Mentioning me in different podcasts. But it's Wakanda the next minute, it's Black Lives Matter the next minute. But you niggas act like girls like that on the podcast. Now, it's okay to have an opinion, but it's another thing to do what you guys are doing. And then be in my face, Steven Jackson, we were teammates. And I seen you crying every time Charles Oakley about to slap shit out you. So I know you. Doing all that effeminate talking and yelling, acting like you some gangster when you a basketball player. You're making $10 million a year rapping and acting tough. You really an embarrassment, and I be trying to stay quiet on you niggas. But I understand why they give people like you money and give people like you a platform, because they want you to continue tricking these kids like you're doing a great job of. But we're gonna get into that. But back to the story. We in Gainesville, Florida. I'm on a visit. Had one of my guys with me, ladies man. He in there talking. Another beta male dude didn't know how to handle a situation when a woman chews. So a guy punched one of my friends in the face. My guy Lomac in the face, and they went to tussling and they fell down the steps. So when I came to intervene, big ass football player punched me off guard in the face. Boom. Okay. So we got to tussling, the bouncers jumped on us, threw us down the steps. So we get outside in a one-on-one situation. He's allegedly paying for the same girls that like me for my mama's recipe.
Hold on.
He go back on that California talk. He going to jail every other goddamn. This is supposed to be legal to he going to jail every other goddamn week. They write stories about me, but they just bought here $60, $100 million man. He going to jail every other week in the club. Anybody from DC tell me I'm lying. They covering up stores, they doing all kind of shit. These are the niggas that's on camera talking to the youth now. These ignorant mind little boys. Now this guy, he going to the club with, you can tell when a nigga don't feel like they're a man, they just do showboat shit. He going to the club, he went and bought these little rose gold, like emperor, like fucking like off a cartoon with big ass rubies in the motherfucker. Big ass chain with rubies and bracelets and walking to the club like that. Man, a nigga caught that nigga by the bathroom and put his motherfucking arms around that nigga by the bathroom like he was a lady. And finna make him run everything. Until me and my brother came. There's a reason why these niggas be talking about me like they talk about me. And Gilbert's still mad that, he be allegedly paying for the same girls that like me for my mama's recipe.
One more segment.
28 shots guaranteed tonight. If the son bitch get hot,
hold up.
Pump that. They don't ask children what it's like in that situation. They don't want to know from the kids. They can tell them they can be whatever, but they don't never ask the kids no questions. Everybody's speaking for the kids. They tell you how smart they are, but they don't let them talk. So, Gilbert, Steven Jackson, all you niggas that talk about me, I understand you. I get it. I understand why you dudes are like the way you are. I understand it's a lot of, when you only raised with a female, sometimes you pick up effeminate traits. And when I realized that about myself, that why are you worried about what another dude is doing, another dude is saying? And then once I got that out of my head, the sky opened up for me. So you niggas can tell whatever story you want to tell. You niggas can have your little podcast where you just talking. But in a few minutes, all the talk will be over.
All right. So yeah, so you guys can check all that out on Kwame's YouTube channel. I think it's called Kwame Brown Bus Life. You can go over there, watch every video that's happened since last week. I think he goes live. He's probably live now as we speak. So Kwame, if you see this, what's up? If you want to do an interview or something, just let me know. I only got 48 subscribers. If you want to boost my subscriber rate up by just having a conversation, hey, I'm willing to work with you. But yeah, everybody, that's really all I have for you guys today. I didn't really have much of a big show to talk about because I did Kevin Samuels last week. I'm doing Kwame now. I'm just catching up with all the hoopla that's happening online. So since this is the end, I guess I'll play my theme music and I'll get you guys up out of here. So, first off, don't forget, every Saturday I do this podcast, Marcus Speaks Live, at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So come through. Don't be late. I usually start it at 6:30. I'm not on camera until for a while because I'm still handling some stuff behind the scenes. But every show is a good show to watch, and I don't want you guys to miss any of it. Don't forget as well, on Fridays I do Marcus Speaks Play. It's my gaming stream that happens at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time as well. I am now playing Mafia Definitive Edition. My last 7 of those were me playing Super Mario 3D World. So if you have kids that want to, watch from end to end, I'll make sure I'll create some sort of a separate folder for that, for you guys can see episodes 1 through 7 on that. So don't forget to check that out. If you guys have any sort of ideas or any sort of story you guys want me to cover, hit me up in the comments section of any video. I'll get that comment, I'll read it, and whatever topic you want me to you want me to do, I'll make sure that I'll make it worth your while and see what I can do about it. And you might see your story featured on my show. In another way you can do that, you can follow me on my social medias as well. You can hit me up in my DMs, either at Marcus on Instagram at marcus.speaks.podcast, or you can hit me up on Facebook at Marcus Speaks, or you can hit me up on the Facebook group page at Marcus Speaks Podcast in correlation with the Instagram. So don't be afraid to hit me up on there, up on my DMs, with any idea, and I'll get to it. For the people on Facebook, I stream as well simultaneously to YouTube, and because of that, is for the simple fact that when I go and when I end the stream, I take the stream down off of Facebook and then I post the link. So if you guys want to see this video in its entirety, if you're just now getting in here or something like that, I usually stream at 6:30, so make sure you're not late. Just wait for the video to pop up and just hope for a good. Well, don't hope for a good show, because every show I do is a good show. So, Facebook people, if you're watching on Facebook, the traffic will be redirected to YouTube because I'm taking this down after I'm done. thing I can ask you guys now is to like, comment, and subscribe. And I just want to thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next Friday.